Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. This is Funmibi here again with another video. If this is your first time of seeing me, hi, my name is Funmibi. Like I said earlier, they can call me Fumbi. My friends call me Fumbi, okay? I'm a YouTube content creator based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I like to share craft videos, but of recent I've been incorporating other types of video into my content, and today we are going to be talking all about hygiene. And the idea of this video came to me because growing up I didn't have a lot of people that used to advise me about things that have to do with hygiene. My mom did her best, okay, before she passed, but I feel like there are certain things that I wish I knew growing up as a young girl that now as an adult, of course, I know them, and I'm like, oh my God, why did nobody tell me? And when I see people that from a young age, they already know these things, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so lucky. Like, you don't know the value of what you have, because there are a lot of things that I struggled with growing up that had to do with hygiene. And because I didn't know anything, and a lot of the people that I had around me back then, they were, instead of them telling you the truth, they would rather gossip about you behind you, right? But yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But today, I'm going to be sharing 10 or more or less important hygiene tips that a young girl, okay, should know. Hygiene tips for ladies, okay? And I'm going to jump straight into it. The first thing that you want to take serious care of is your oral hygiene, okay? Your mouth, okay? You want to make sure that you're brushing twice a day, as our dentists and doctors have advised us, okay, in the morning and in the evening with a good toothpaste, okay? I'm not going to come here and start recommending toothpaste to you because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dentist, but make sure that you're using a good toothpaste. And while at it, okay, make sure that you're washing your tongue, okay? Now we have what we call tongue scrapers, okay? So invest in a tongue scraper. Make sure that you're scrubbing your tongue while you're doing all you're doing with your teeth. You're not neglecting your tongue, okay? Make sure that you're cleaning your tongue properly and brushing your teeth as much as possible. The next thing I'll also talk about is investing in a good mouthwash, okay? Get a good mouthwash. They say that the non-alcoholic types of mouthwashes are better, okay? They're better on your gum and your general overall mouth health, okay? So walk into your beauty supply store or your grocery store. I don't know, honestly, in Nigeria you find mouthwash in all these other places that we call supermarkets out here in Nigeria. So look there, find a good mouthwash and make sure that your mouth smells good, okay? The next thing I'm going to also talk about is your personal hygiene, okay, with your body, okay? Make sure that your body is not smelling some type of way. I'm going to say it, I struggled with my body, okay, when it comes to my body care a lot, especially in my teenage years / early 20s, okay? And it took a while for someone to actually voice it out that, oh, for me, you don't use deodorant, why? And I'm like, I think the main reason why I wasn't using deodorant at that point was because a lot of the deodorants that I had around me at that time used to give me irritation on my underarm, and my underarm would just burst out in rashes, and I was like, okay, I think the solution to this is not using deodorant at all. But of course it was affecting the person that I was relating with at that point, and thankfully she was at least decent enough to let me know that, oh, like my armpits used to have like a weird smell, and then she was like, oh, maybe I just needed to change my deodorant at that time. And then I started experimenting. I did a lot of experimenting before I finally found something that worked for me. Natural deodorants, and I think aluminum free deodorants. But what I found with those was for me personally, I know it works for some people, but for me, those deodorants don't last. After 2 hours, you smell your armpits like this, you are getting a weird whiff from that area, right? So it just was, I wasn't getting the rashes quite all right, but it wasn't doing it for me. So now I think I found something that works for me, okay? So if you find that maybe you were like me at that point, and maybe there are certain types of deodorants or antiperspirants that cause you to break out in rash or any form of irritation, maybe it's time for you to go see a dermatologist, okay, and let them recommend something to you, all right? So that is also something else that you want to take note of. And also relating to body hygiene, make sure that you're moisturizing, okay? Let's not be ashy in 2023, okay? Let's make sure that we get a good moisturizer. And when I'm saying get a good moisturizer, it doesn't have to be the most expensive moisturizer. One brand, I'm not sponsored, one brand has been doing a lot when it comes to their PR, advertising, and the decency of their product is Nivea. I use Nivea moisturizing lotion at the moment. I've tried the shea butter variant and also the variant that comes in a navy blue pack, and I'm using the one that comes in a navy blue pack currently, and it's doing it for me, okay? That bottle, I think I bought it 2000 something. It's not the most expensive cream or lotion in the world and it's doing the job. Okay, so when I say get a good moisturizer, it doesn't have to be the most expensive. There's so many different brands. For me, one of my favorite places in the world is walking into a beauty supply store / grocery store. Okay, I like to walk in the beauty section in particular. You see the area where they sell lotion, hair products and stuff. That's my favorite section of grocery store. So go there with your friend. Okay, even if you don't have friends, go there alone and just walk down the aisle, feed your eyes, know how much money you have and know which of the products your money can afford and invest. Okay, buy a decent moisturizer for yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, how do you expect other people to take you seriously and also, you know, be decent in their approach and disposition to you? If you don't take yourself seriously, chances are people will treat you a certain type of way. So you should be the first person that is taking your self-care. You should carry your self-care. The matter that involves your self-care, carry it on your head like agege bread. Okay, that's just what I'm saying right there. So do that, and yeah, it will help a lot. The next thing I'm also going to talk about is, before I even talked about moisturization, bathing. Are you bathing? I was looking at TikTok the other day and some people were talking about how they used to bath once in a month. Please, I know I trust my Nigerian people. I don't think there's any Nigerian here that does not bath every day. Some of us say we bath like 3 times in a day, but just for my ladies that don't know the importance of taking a good bath, please. And if you're a girl, bath at least twice a day, because bath in the morning, bath in the evening. Don't be the person that will say, oh, I had my bath by 2 a.m. so there's no need to bath the following day. Please have your bath. Okay, especially because of the composition of our bodies as ladies. It's very important for us to take our hygiene, body hygiene, very seriously. Okay, so make sure that you bathe and invest in a good body wash, body soap. Okay, just do what works for you. Even if you are not making the highest amount of money in the world, the beauty of life is the fact that you have a lot of options. So whatever the amount of money you have, okay, whatever your economic situation can afford for you, please do it. Don't be stingy to yourself. Buy a good body soap, have your bath. If you are the kind of person that doesn't like to use sponge, because I know there are some ladies that talk about how, oh, their skin reacts to using sponge, make sure that even the soap that you're using, you're doing a good job with your hands, washing your body very well and making sure that you smell good and present yourself nicely. Okay, so bathe in the morning, bathe in the night, and just ensure that you are keeping your body hygiene very important. Another part of the body that some people will see it as splurging and not important is buying a good lip balm. Guys, let's not be carrying crusty lips up and down. And this goes for our, I don't know, I know people talk about the fact that some of my friends, now I shouldn't say people, a lot of people, the men around me talk about how, oh, I'm just talking about ladies in my videos, but from the analytics of my channel, I know I have more of ladies on this channel, so I like to say things that have to do with my ladies. Okay, so buy a good lip balm. Okay, another brand that does nice lip balms is Nivea. Okay, Nivea should run me my check. You guys, if anybody from Nivea is seeing this video, please, you people should sponsor me. I beg. I'm saying you what people are doing in the life of other creators. Visit me too. Okay, buy a decent lip balm and use it. Okay, you don't want to have crusty lips. For me, growing up, and I remember then, especially when I was approaching my teenage years, my mom used to complain a lot about the fact that my lips were so dry, and because of how dry my lips were, I used to bite on my lips, and then I'll bite to the point that my lips will probably sometimes even burst out in like blood. Like I'll bite to the point because of the crust on it. I don't know if there's anybody that used to be like me. I used to bite my lips a lot, and then the whole thing was almost a mess, and it was because my lips were not properly moisturized at the time. So buy a good lip balm. If you have a daughter, a baby girl as well, maybe she's young or in her early teenage years, and you see that she also has like dry lips, please buy a nice lip balm for her. I know some parents talk about, oh, she's just a child. Please, even if she's a child and she has crusty lips, buy her a lip balm. I don't think it's out of the ordinary. I know I'm not here to tell, you know, ladies or women how to raise their children, but these things go a long way. But this video is not for children. For me, come back home. But yes, lip balms, very, very important. The next thing I'm going to talk about is, still on the topic of body hygiene, is taking care of our intimate areas. Okay, your underarm and other parts of your body where you have hair growing. Okay, a lot of times when you're the kind of person that grooms hair a lot in parts of your body, those areas tend to have a smell. Okay, even with your armpits, if you're using deodorant and you're saying that after 2 hours your armpit starts to smell a type of way, it's probably because you're not shaving. Okay, or waxing. I know a lot of people now, waxing, shaving, laser hair removal, those things have become very popular today in the 21st century. So depending on what option or treatment option you decide to go for, if you're shaving, make sure that you're using a good shaving stick. What people recommend is using a type of shaving stick that has a lot of blades. So maybe all those 5-in-1 shaving sticks, it will help to reduce the risk of growing bumps. Okay, and if you're the kind of person that goes for waxing as well, go for your appointments and make sure that you're not grooming weave on or attachments on your underarms, okay? Make sure that you are shaving and just taking care of your underarm area properly. That's what will also make all those other products that you're using work for you. That's what will make your antiperspirants work for you and your deodorants work for you. Another thing you should also invest in is a nice perfume, okay? Still on body hygiene. The body is the skin now is the largest organ of the body, so it makes sense that we are spending a lot of time talking about things that have to do with our body and our skin, okay? So what I'm trying to say is buy a good perfume, buy body spray, okay? And when I say good perfume, a lot of these things, when I say it's good, it doesn't mean it's the most expensive. That's one thing that we need to perish, that idea of for it to be good, it has to be ridiculously expensive. We need to perish that idea in 2023, okay? Buy a good perfume. One brand that is affordable that I like to shop from when it comes to perfumes out here in Nigeria is Miniso, their perfumes. When it comes to their perfumes, I like to smell, and thankfully they have a lot of testers there, so before you make a purchase, you can smell and know what you're expecting. Go there. They have perfume of 2,000, 3,000. I think the last time I went to the Miniso at the mall, the new shop right in Port Harcourt, the most expensive perfume I saw there was 7,500, and I sprayed that perfume. I forgot the name. If I get the perfume, I'm going to show you guys. That perfume smells amazing, and there's so many other cheaper variants. They just walk into their store and buy. And even if you cannot afford, if you feel like, oh, Miniso is still too expensive, look around, go to your local markets, go to the shops where they sell perfume oils and stuff like that. Look for something affordable and make sure that you smell good, okay? In 2023, we want to smell like the kind of people that we are trying to become, okay? I talked in one of my videos about the fact that you need to present yourself as the person you want other people to believe you are, okay? Don't present yourself a certain type of way and wonder why people are not taking you seriously, okay? So make sure that you are smelling good, you are not talking to people and maybe your mouth is, you know, smelling some type of way, or your body is smelling some type of way. Make sure that you are keeping tabs on these things, and I wish you guys all the best. I can only talk, and I hope that you guys take some of these tips if you're not doing them and just inculcate it into your lives. Another thing I'm going to talk about is our underwear. Ladies, make sure that you are taking good care of your underwear, okay? Wash your underwears, please. Let's not be using one underwear for 1 week, okay? I don't think there's anybody that is doing that on this channel, but if for any reason, I really don't know what people's situations are, but if for any reason you are doing that, please don't do that. Ensure that you're taking good care of your underwear. Wash them, and if they are becoming old, please throw them away. Let's perish the idea of using one set of underwear for 10 years, okay? Look through, from time to time, look through your underwears, the ones that need to go, the ones that are already having holes in them. Please put scissors inside them. I'm not saying go and throw them. I beg, in Nigeria, I'm one of those people, you need to be careful when it comes to those types of things. So even before I dispose old underwears, I pieces them, I cut them into pieces before I trash them, okay? So look through them, the ones that need to go, let them go. And if you need to change, walk into your local market, buy a nice cotton underwear, something that breeze will be blowing you, okay, when you wear them. Don't buy the ones that are made of nylon that you'll be sweating and that whole area will be smelling some type of way, okay? Buy a good cotton underwear, and when they're getting old as well, change them. Same thing with your toothbrush. I didn't mention it at the beginning. Don't use one toothbrush for 1 year. In 2023, please don't use one single toothbrush throughout this year. Change your toothbrush. I think they said we should be changing it every 3 months, right? If you can afford to change it even earlier than that, do what works for you. But please, from time to time, change your toothbrush, change your mouth scraper. Please don't use one tongue scraper. Don't use one tongue scraper for 1 year. Change it as soon as they start getting old, okay? I hope that is clear. Also, when it comes to that area as well, our intimate areas, some people believe in using intimate wash for those areas. Do what works for you, but please don't use soap. And when you're even washing that area too, please, you don't scrub it like you're in car wash and, you know, be doing the most, okay? Just do as minimal as possible. Like I said, I'm not a medical practitioner, so I like to ask questions. I believe ladies, as soon as you hit a certain age, I think at the age of, I think it's 25 or so, I'm not sure, don't quote me, but there's a particular age you get to and you need to start going to gynecologists to do your check from time to time, do your pap smear and get examinations. I was one of those people. I'm going to use myself. When I moved here newly, first time I went to a GP and the person was like, oh, you need to go see a gynecologist. I'm like, why do I have to go to the gynecologist? Kidagbe, right? Like, I was so freaked out by the idea of going to a gynecologist. But after doing my research, I saw that I was the one acting like a village girl, right? Once you hit 25, please go for your pap smear, get your, those areas, get it examined and checked, okay? And just do the needful, okay? I want mistakes that I made growing up as a young adult. I don't want some of the ladies on here on the channel to make those mistakes. I didn't have a sister. I didn't have like a female person that we could talk a lot about these things. I didn't have anybody teaching me these things. That's why it took me so long. Most of the things that I know now, I learned them by myself, or I learned them from friends, okay? and I know that not a lot of people will have that opportunity. So I'm hoping that when you're watching this video, you are not taking offense, because I don't know, nowadays people take things very personal for no reason. But I hope you're not taking offense and you're just learning as much as possible from this video. And if you have things to also share with me, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I like to read from you guys. So take your personal hygiene when it comes to that area, our intimate areas. Let's take it very, very seriously. Change your underwears, wash that area. If you're the kind of person that likes to use intimate wash the way we've been directed to by medical practitioners. Okay, you don't have to stick your hand and start scrubbing that whole area vigorously. Okay, just do minimal effort and make sure that you are just keeping clean as much as possible. Finally, what I'm going to talk about also is sanitary items. Okay, our sanitary towels, sanitary wipes, tampons, and the rest, depending on what you choose to use for your own sanitary health. Make sure that you are staying healthy and hygienic with it. Okay, when a lot of times when we as women are on our period, you need to take, if you used to do 10% with, no, let me not say that. If you used to do 80% with your caution when it comes to hygiene, when you're not on your period, when you're on your period, you need to take it to 200%. Okay, make sure that you are bathing regularly. Okay, changing regularly as well. Okay, don't wait till your sanitary towel is full to the brim before you change it. Okay, and then you start having, you know, side leakages and stuff. I know this video might be TMI for some people. Okay, but I believe we are all ladies, and you shouldn't feel weird having this conversation. Okay, so make sure that you're changing your sanitary towels, you're disposing of them properly as well, because oh my god, especially if you went to a boarding house or you stayed in the university, in a hostel, a lot of people, oh my goodness, like I just pray that the Lord has delivered a lot of people from the stronghold of those things, right? But be very clean when it comes to it. If you get stained for any reason, change it out, wash your clothes, wash your underwears as much as possible, and just stay hygienic. Okay, I hope this video was helpful to you. If you did enjoy watching, if you learned something, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you have something to also share with me, don't hesitate to drop it in the comment section. Share this with your sisters, anybody that you think will like this type of video. Please share with them. All right, and yeah, I can't wait to see you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and remember to turn on your post notification, and hopefully I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Bye.